Everyone, welcome back to a Block Bro Productions video. And today is quite a fun one because the new 2026 Lego Minecraft January sets were just revealed. And I do believe that this is one of my favorite waves of all time. Every single set is really nice. I really like each set, but I will be honest, there are two that I'm probably not gonna get, and that is, sorry, I just passed it, the Fox, right there, and Mini Biomes, that's what it is, yeah, that's what it's called, right there on the left, just because they're not really sets that I want. But, anyway, we should just, hop straight into it with the smallest set of the wave, or actually the least expensive. This is Steve's Taiga Adventure, and I really like this set because it has quite a lot of new features. Go to view all images. I actually dislike that. We're gonna exit out of that. We have skin accurate Steve, by the way. It's $10 or $9.99, and it is incredibly nice. It's an incredibly nice set. You have a creeper, a albino bunny, or a snow bunny, or whatever you want to call it. And then you have a fox. I would have rather that fox been a snow fox, but if you look really closely, right there, you can see a new head mold for it. So I'm very glad that we get a new head mold for the fox. Of course, this is the box, 21583. Oh, there's all that. Actually, I think I already looked through all this. There's the back of the box, and as you can see, you have a new chest piece. I'm assuming it's two separate pieces, but it is a single block chest for the first time. There's, of course, the mandatory exploding mechanism, but I really like this set, and I am sort of confused why it's called the Taiga Adventure. I guess it could technically be in a taiga biome, but it looks more like in between a mountain, a snowy taiga, and an ice spikes with that small ice block back there. But I do believe that's kind of it for this set. But it is definitely one of my favorites of the wave. Now, let's move on to the next set. We're gonna go with the chicken farm. Looks like it's just called Chicken Farm, though. That's weird. It's a $20 set, and this set is definitely just a redo of that one set back in 2018, the Chicken Coop. But I would say this is better in almost every way. The chicken looks a lot better, or at least block accurate, I suppose. You have a chicken skin, which I think is hilarious. You have another fox. You have a smoker back there. There's the box, 233 pieces. There's a video, we're not gonna be there. Here's the minifigs. You have that chicken character. I love that one. I don't know why. Probably reminds me of Grian's alter ego, if you know what I'm talking about. But you also have a cold chicken right there, and also another baby zombie. Sadly, it doesn't have the printing on the chest, but that's okay. Here's the full set. Looks like it comes with a very similar mechanism. Yeah, very similar mechanism to the original, just with seeds as well. Looks like it spits out the seeds, and eggs go into the... Oh, yeah, that's certainly a fun play feature, if you kind of... The cold chicken's awesome. The hay bale is also cool. I don't know what that is right down there. Oh, it's a feather. Wow. You have a cold chicken egg by the looks of it. I'm so excited for 2026's like entire wave, just because all the drops this year have been really cool. So yeah, let's move on to the next one, and this is, I think, my second favorite of the entire wave. It is the Pale Garden, and I was not expecting this when this set was leaked, when the name of it was leaked. I was not expecting this amazing looking set. But let's just get right into it. As you can see, of course, it's a pale garden, but you have a pale oak tree, and I am debating getting more than one of this set just to have a full forest around. I think that would be incredibly nice. 3 Creakings would be cool. Of course, we have the Mothman minifigure. It's a 243-piece set, so 10 more than Chicken Farm. But it's a really cool set. This wave, I want to say, is the best for minifigures in a long time. There's a lot of minifigures in every single set. But this one in particular has the Creaking, and I've been very excited to see how they did this. And I'm very content with it, but I feel like they should maybe make it shorter, much smaller, just because it's definitely too bulky and too tall. But I understand, like, they have to make sure it's like playable and stuff. Most of my stuff is up for display and stuff, so yeah. As you can see, there's a play feature by the looks of it. You can press that pin in and it breaks apart the resin and the pale oak logs to reveal the Creaking heart, which I think is awesome. I really like that. A campfire. You have those eye blossoms down there. This definitely takes place during nighttime because it looks like those are opened up. And if you look closely right there, you have 3 grass stems stacked right on top of each other to make a fern, which I really like, or a double tall grass. But yeah, the minifigures are really cool. I like that we get a creeper in this set. If I'm not mistaken, there was one in the chicken farm, I think. Oh, spoilers, not really. Oh, there was not. It was the baby zombie. It was the smaller set that had the creeper. Yes. But now we move on to my favorite set of the wave. The Zombie Dungeon. Now, the last time they had a zombie dungeon, it was not the best thing. But as you can see, they definitely took a bunch of inspiration from the first one and the skeleton dungeon. They made more of a vertical thing to keep it different from the other two, but you can really see the inspiration. And I really love this set. This set is going to be my favorite in the entire wave. It's just such a cool set. But it comes with a lot of exclusive things. It's a 284-piece set, so it's very similar to the $30, or actually, the Skeleton Dungeon. I think that was like a 300. It was slightly larger. But here's the minifigs. You have a zombie with what I was assuming when I first saw it, a pottery sherd or a piece of leather, but maybe it's rotten flesh, which I think is really cool. There's a slime right there, and we have this minifigure with a hazmat suit, and if you look closely right there, our first mace. Here's a full view, kind of like more of it. As you can see, we have a cactus flower up top, and it looks like we have a play mechanism right there. And of course, you have the mandatory summoning thing whenever a dungeon set comes out. I think it is practically identical to the Skeleton Dungeon one. I don't have that set, but I might get it soon. There's 3 ores, 1 gold, and 2 coal, and I think this is a very nice set. Oh, yes, there it is. There's the thing. There's the other play feature. And yeah, we can just skip past all those. So, very nice set. And I actually skipped a different set. But we can go and take a gander at this one. This is the Nether and End Portal Journey. And I like the concept of this set. I think it's a very, very unique concept, and I really like it. As you can see, we have a baby Hoglin, and it's a good version of the Hoglin, which is really nice. You have an Enderman back there, and you have a little small chunk of the End and Nether. The Nether has Nether quartz, and the End, for some odd reason, has chorus fruit. Don't know how I feel about that, but you know. But you have the Nether portal and the actual End portal, and I have been waiting for an End portal because A, it would make the actual End or the actual Stronghold set go down in like pricings, which could mean I could maybe possibly get it in the future as long as it's within a reasonable price range. And also, it's just awesome to have a new End portal. So yeah, there's really not a lot going on with this set. It's definitely not my favorite of the wave, but I love that End portal. I just personally wish they made it so there was a larger set with an End portal, but you know, I think it's cool nonetheless. Moving along, we should go over the two sets that I do not plan on getting. This is the Fox, and of course this is just another large mob, and this summer the wave had the Creeper, so it seems like this is a very good play on the ideas of large brick built mobs. As you can see, a little play feature to switch the face to make it look like it's sleeping. Yeah, it's cool, but I'm not a very big fan of display sets. But one display set that I am thinking of getting is the mini biomes. I do believe this is the largest set, but not the most expensive. As you can see, there are, I think, if we're talking above ground biomes, it looks like there are 4, maybe 5. I'm gonna say 4 though. Underwater, you have about 2, and underground, I want to say you have 2-ish, but don't quote me on that. But also a really cool feature about this, actually, hold on, let me go over something. This set was leaked a few days before they revealed the sets today, so I was already looking at this set, and oh my golly, oh goodness, I love it. As you can see, you have some many very small characters. You have a Mushroom, a Husk, a Pillager, a Creeper, and Steve. It's a 797 piece set. I really like this. It's $50, I do believe. $60, sorry. And as you can see, you can change the backdrop to be a sunset or sunrise, it would look like. And one of them has the stars out. It's really cool. Here is a look at this chunk. And this is what's getting me really excited for the summer wave. Because I really truly believe they are going to come out with a desert temple set. If they don't, then I'm stupid. Not really. If they don't, that's I guess I lied, but I would really like one. And also, this reminds me a lot of gosh, what's that YouTuber's name? Cheesy Studios, like Lego Minecraft World. Just the look of it is very similar, so yeah. As you can see, the desert has the desert temple, and underneath it's the ocean with the coral. Over here, we have the Mushroom Island, and I didn't realize this. There's a shipwreck down there. I really like that. But yeah, it's just a Mushroom Island, not really too much to go off of. But it looks like this is quite possibly a windswept savanna biome, or like one of those really big plateau ones. It looks like there's a pumpkin in the back. Of course, the main feature is the Pillager Outpost. But you kind of have a Bit of the underwater bit right there as well. And then, ooh, here's the flower forest and maybe birch forest. I think it's primarily the flower forest, but as you can see, you have a bit of an underground section. And I think there's a deep, dark section around the back. Do not quote me on that, though. And then over here, what we have a bit of a mountain biome, but I think this is more of a meadow biome. But as you can see, it just has some really cool underground stuff. It looks like a dripstone cavern. Yeah, and then there's just a good look at it. Definitely cool. Now we go to the most expensive set. And honestly, it's not my favorite. I love the set. I think it's really cool. But I don't know. I think it's really nice to get the Wither again, but as you're going to come to see, this Wither is not my favorite thing. There is a baby Strider, though, and I really like that. As you can see, it's a 494 piece set, so it's barely less than 500 pieces, and it's $65, which is crazy in my opinion. Here are the minifigures, the Wither. Ooh. Two Wither skeletons, another mace, and a character with full netherite armor, the baby Strider, the actual Strider, and I was hoping that we would get a cold Strider, like when they're out of lava, but we have not, sadly. And we have a magma cube. I think I already said this, another nether portal, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a play feature. Once you actually place all the skulls on the soul sand, which, by the way, the soul sand has changed colors. I'm not a very big fan of that. Oh, there are also trans orange plates in this set, which I am a very big fan of. We got to go back to this one. You can summon the Wither, similar to like the play feature in the Ice Spikes, the Iron Golem, the Deep Dark Battle, like very similar. But this one actually blows up the face. And by the way, if we go back to here, you can see the build is inspired off of the Wither itself, which I actually like about this set. I really like the design of it. I just wish there was more to it. I wish there was more pieces and stuff. I think I already said this, another mace, but if you look closely right there, we have our first Nether Star, which is awesome. One thing that I did wish was in this set, though, was a beacon. There's not. There's a white screen there. There's not a beacon in this set. But I don't think it's too bad of a set. I love this wave overall. I'm just very excited to see how they kind of come up and build and stuff, you know. I'm very excited for that. Anyway, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.